Samuel Clemens, known by the pen name Mark Twain, was an American writer and essayist who lived from 1835 to 1910 and who transformed American literature through his groundbreaking use of language and social satire. Twain's novels include The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, with the latter often called the Great American Novel. William Faulkner called Mark Twain the father of American literature, and Ernest Hemingway declared that all American literature comes from his work. His pen name came from his years as a Mississippi riverboat pilot, taken from when the boatman shouted Mark Twain, meaning there was enough depth in the water for the safe passage of a steamboat. His work showcased lives of ordinary Americans, their speech patterns, moral struggles, and essential dignity, giving them a voice in modern literature. His words of wisdom are filled with clever quips, earnest morality, and one-liners that leave an impact to this day. So now, here are quotes by Mark Twain.
A man's first duty is to his own conscience and honor. It is noble to teach oneself, but still nobler to teach others. Pay no attention to the papers, but watch the audience. Human pride is not worthwhile. There is always something lying in wait to take the wind out of it. Every time you stop the building of a school, you will have to build a jail. A thing long expected takes the form of the unexpected when at last it comes. The common eye sees only the outside of things and judges by that. But the seeing eye pierces through and reads the heart and the soul. Praise is well, compliment is well, but affection, that is the last and final and most precious reward that any man can win, whether by character or achievement. I am silent on the subject of an afterlife because of necessity. I have friends in both places. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. I am aware that I am very old now, but I am also aware that I have never been so young as I am now in spirit. I was young and foolish then. Now I'm old and foolisher. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that. But the really great make you feel that you too can become great. When angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. All that glitters is not gold. To believe yourself brave is to be brave. We can secure other people's approval if we do right and try hard, but our own is worth 100 of it. God only exhibits his thunder and lightning at intervals, and so they always command attention. When an audience do not complain, it is a compliment, and when they do, it is a compliment too, if unaccompanied by violence. The timid man yearns for full value and demands a tenth. The bold man strikes for double value and compromises on par. A human being has a natural desire to have more of a good thing than he needs. A full belly is little worth where the mind is starved. Hunger is the handmaid of genius. Prosperity is the best protector of principle. There are 2 times in a man's life when he should not speculate: when he can't afford it, and when he can. Earn a character first if you can, and if you can't, then assume one. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. A dream that comes only once is often only an idle accident and hasn't any message. But the recurrent dream is quite another matter. What is it that confers the noblest delight? Discovery. Opinions based upon theory, superstition, and ignorance are not very precious. How empty is theory in the presence of fact? Nobody deserves to be helped who don't try to help himself. We praise the mighty genius and despise the idiot. But neither of these men made himself. If credit and blame are due, they are due elsewhere. On the whole, it is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. The thing for us to do is just to do our duty and not worry about whether anybody sees us do it or not. It is easier to decline 20 invitations than to accept one and then explain to the other 19. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about Eve in the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her. The pitifullest thing is a mob. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Every man is in his own person the whole human race without a detail lacking. All of us contain music and truth, but most of us can't get it out. All good things arrive unto them that wait, and don't die in the meantime. Spirit has 50 times the strength and staying power of brawn and muscle. Nothing so liberalizes a man and expands the kindly instincts that nature put in him as travel and contact with many kinds of people. Peace of mind is a most valuable thing.